Exactly.
I love this. So first, I should move the marker across with these buttons and focus on the detective. Then
AD! There's less syllables when you say AD!
No!
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime.
A trial is a political arena. What are you talking about? What?
Hello everybody, KVTV on the Sun, and welcome back to the first case of the Great Ace Attorney. Susato has arrived and has graced us with another piece of evidence, which we're going to have to look into, I guess right now actually.
And then
Might
she
as well.
left.
She
She's gone
faded.
now.
She faded away. A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. Oh, right. Oh, okay then. Hunters use the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death. Oh.
Paralysis. Reason for his hand to have been stuck on the plate, on the hot plate.
Yep. Route of entry. The above-mentioned effects occurs when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart.
Or a gun!
Due to its... Well, no, we've already established he died before the gunshot.
Oh wait, yeah, we did establish it. Oh!
I actually...
The burn mark?
No, he was already dead.
Lewis, has the first case gone on too long now that you don't remember?
No, yes. Actually, yes. Yes. Yes.
Due to its ability to
We are
render
hitting
human-
Rise from the Ashes lengths where like I'm just forgetting things now.
I mean, you're still remembering stuff. You're just not remembering that far back. Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxins can have applications as anesthetic. Respiratory arrest caused as a result of full body paralysis must be found first, or patients die of suffocation. I'm glad we're not using that as an anesthetic right now.
So he didn't get it at the dentist. Good to know.
He didn't get it at the dentist, but he did go to a dentist to do something, so he does have something. He does have a wound in his mouth from that dentist trip. Because he's not allowed to eat or drink besides water. Did Lewis not get it yet?
No, yeah, it was his drink.
Okay.
I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but... This is an Ace Attorney game.
Prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency.
Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance.
Are you sure?
real.
You said that like the last
You said
2
that
or
like
3 times.
4
now.
last chances ago.
No. Yes,
I know, I tried using quotation marks, but that didn't go through.
Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence.
I swear to God. That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. What? What am I saying? What? Well, Miss Brett.
I mean, think of what position he probably was in before the Meiji era.
Yes, Your Excellency.
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer?
No. It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid...
I'm sorry, did you think I was asking?
It's not so very long until tea time. I have to politely decline...
Forgive me, Miss Brett, but it seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I'm not asking. I must ask you to treat that as an order.
Thanks, Judge.
Said it many times before, but... the Japanese language makes no sense.
Just leaning into the phrase, aren't you?
I don't know.
apologies.
I don't know
My
what I'm doing
apologies
anymore.
I just hear Frieza now. She's just Frieza. My apologies, dear lady. So, counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention?
My student
Badge.
My student badge. Yes. Mr. Zelbrett, we understand you are studying under Dr. Wilson at Yume University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence, perhaps, into a deadly poison.
What? I'll say what
Poison?
as many times until the mic picks it up.
Where are you going with this, counsel?
The toxin known as curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
Objection! What? What complete and utter nonsense! Raga, you say?
This is
I've never even heard of it!
It's not Final Fantasy, LG!
You wouldn't have done. What?
What do you mean?
That's an interesting sentence.
I mean that you wouldn't have heard of curare before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country.
It doesn't exist?
I mean,
It's an
it does-
NFT.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
Correct.
Oh god!
Oh my god. Which
Public
means...
service announcements, please.
This poison
destroy
only
all
exists in the
NFTs.
blockchain.
Thank you.
No matter what test the police can do for toxin, they never identify curare. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. Rubble, 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 rubble.
Order! 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 Counsel, does this deadly poison truly exist?
I'm just gonna be Wachowski'd again by evidence.
According to this report authored by the visiting research student from England, curare has long been used by tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists.
To light the arrows?
The report states that it is produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle, and it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett?
Objection! Trippery! These respirations are trippery!
What the? What?
I don't even know what that word means.
I don't want to
start with-
know what that word means.
If the victim had an amiss in some of the so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and other diners would have surely noticed.
I think we need to let him read the book. Oh wait, he doesn't know English. Never mind.
Right. Yeah.
That's true. What do you have to say to that, Inspector?
Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that.
I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain.
No one read the book.
According to this, however, because I'm the only one who read the book, it's the other way around.
Well, I mean, he's going to Britain. He probably knows some English.
What do you mean, the other way around?
Need I remind you, Naruhodo is an English student.
Yeah. Naruhodo was the one we were calling into question there. It was like, wait, Naruhodo, you just read the goddamn book.
I know.
He's clearly going for that, like, he's going for that, like, easy degree.
Easy to...
Just pretend to know English. Get the degree. Get jobs. Clearly that's it. C's get degrees, man.
The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used.
Explain yourself, counsel.
The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all.
I appreciate Naruhodo still looking through his papers.
He's learning English as we speak. How terrible.
Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects would go largely unnoticed.
But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. Do you understand what paralysis works?
Yeah.
The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail.
Respiration?
Lungs! Come on, man!
In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move.
Hideous!
We just got hideous.
To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was sleeping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison.
Bravo?
Well, I don't like that!
And you're suggesting that this bottle, Council, actually contains this terrifying poison?
This is all very convenient, isn't it? Adhere to unknown poison for which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense! Ahem, if I may. These facts, you think you're so clever, but you must be taught some math! It is you who must be taught. Of course! Dear lady!
No, he said all these facts like that was a negative.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
No, don't lump Ouchie in with the rest of us.
What?
You steal others' honest hard work and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled! What a loathsome act!
Then why didn't you do it? Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime? That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Dang, these sick burns.
Enough of this! I, for one, refuse to accept it!
Yeah, well, you're an idiot. We already
Here,
established
some
that.
poison that doesn't even exist in the Emperor of Japan is breaking the rules!
What? Ouchie! Now you're just reaching. What's so funny?
Oh, excuse me. Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett?
May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
Well, yes, I don't see, why not?
She's gonna run for it, you know?
She's gonna drink it.
But also, she could just run with that bottle.
She was absolutely gonna drink it and just show it, just be like, yep, no poison here.
Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys.
Sorry?
To an English woman such as myself, this whole affair is a fuss. It's a color comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics, it's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end.
Just say you're guilty, then the game will really end.
Come by.
Wait, what? What are you doing?
No sparkle left at all. How appropriately for this shabby affair.
Ma'am?
Just flex right there in the middle of the courtroom, huh?
Uh-huh.
Cool, now do it with the glass in your handbag.
Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
Wait, what if that is the glass she just took out of her handbag?
Might have been.
So, no curare. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
No one can read.
Nope.
You look quite incredulous, little boy. Who's only a year younger than me. But of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett?
I should like to be excused now, please.
For like the 10th time.
I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have given.
Stress.
Doesn't make sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how? How did she...
How are all these people... The glass! Come on!
How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it. Why can't I be smarter?
I suppose, if nothing else, this is a Far Eastern charade.
Oh, what? Oh, pfft. Wow!
Just going to show the evidence and show
Right.
this badge, apparently.
No.
Put a pin in her, Naruhodo.
What happens when my mouse is right over the keys?
We'll make for an interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there?
I mean,
yes.
she, from the very start, she literally said that they both raced a glass to that bottle, and it's just like, did none of y'all connect that they both shared the bottle, and like she took a glass, like.
But remember in the notes that it said that it can be administered through wound, and Wilson definitely had a wound.
Yeah, but she could have also just put the poison in the glass and not the bottle.
That is very true, but we don't have the evidence to prove that now, do we?
That's the thing. But
That's what I'm saying.
there
Cool.
can't-
Now drink that from the glass you have in your handbag.
But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. Come on, Ryanosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water. Yes.
It's gotta contain poison.
It has to. We have
I
the
chose no
evidence.
poison my first time.
We do have the evidence to prove.
Chose no poison my first time, too.
Oh. We have the evidence to prove there is poison in the bottle. We could prove that there was poison in the glass method where she just slipped it into his glass, but we don't have that evidence. The culprit did put Chiari poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. Wait, what does he say when you say no poison? The defense refuses to change his position.
Oh yeah, so the thing about that is, like, Naruhodo basically says, aha, just as I knew it, there is no poison. And everyone proceeds to tear the shit out of him.
Okay.
They're like, wait, so there's no poison? Then what are you even arguing about now?
You're serious.
It's a trick question.
Owen, are you blind? There's no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw.
His eyes are... Miss Brett drinking the water from it?
Ryunosuke about to go feral, I swear.
That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think.
No, it doesn't. And I believe that complication can be explained.
He says, eyes darting rapidly from side to side.
I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court records somewhere. It has to be. Oh, shoot. What am I Okay, I do know what we have. I do know the evidence we have, but I'm trying to remember what the order is.
Very well.
I know what we need to present.
If the defense truly intends to assert this claim,
I was just called a defense! Anyway.
then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposedly poisoned water unscathed?
Oh, okay. No, it's not this
Oh,
yet.
okay,
it's
so it's
this
not
yet.
medical report.
Hang on.
What?
So is it just the fact that she has no wound?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why she's not paralysis at the moment, so this one? Yes! The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
It's not a valid explanation.
Yes, it is. No?
After all, we don't speak English. The report is utter gibberish.
Sir. What kind of bullshit excuse is that?
We don't speak English, he says to the English major.
Right?
This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone. Honest. I'm just reading Susato-san's notes.
Aoji can ridicule himself all day long, it's fine.
I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court.
It's only 3 pages, sir.
It's incredibly extensive.
We're back to this. We're back to this again.
You will direct us to the pertinent section, counsel.
And reading Rainbow sucks here.
Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle?
I think it's special characteristics.
Yeah.
I believe is that page. I mean, we could look if you guys need a refresher. I think.
Let's look because I actually don't remember.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I didn't even know you could look at it right in the screen.
So that's a
I
synopsis.
just guessed.
Where it
Okay.
came from.
Not that. The
Yeah,
invention of
special
occur when the poison
characteristics.
enters the body through a wound. Okay.
I'm just,
Yeah, special
Just
characteristics.
to refresh ourselves, this is page 3. Alright, we're good? We're good. Go back.
Yeah, it works as an anesthetic, so even if she did drink it, like, I guess she could take a slap or something now? Because
No, she has no
probably not
wound in her mouth, so it's not like
It's
it's
not
going to
doing
affect her
anything.
at all.
Yeah, there's no effects on her at all. Not even in an anesthetic matter either. We've been hearing a lot about this Kirari poison. And it's left me curious about something.
Oh, counsel?
Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting.
So we've been led to believe, yes.
And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat.
To the point, please.
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat?
Yes, good point.
So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Valid point.
Good gracious, counsel. No, that would be madness.
But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound.
Through a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense.
Yes, the mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. when it's written like this? When Chiari enters the body through the open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poison effects whatsoever.
What?
Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew Chiari's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself.
I'm confused on how if the hunters are hitting their prey and the prey dies, but isn't there still poison in the meats? I don't understand how that works.
We just
Okay,
he just said that, you know, the hunters need to eat it, but they don't have any wounds themselves, so the poison does nothing to them.
Oh,
Here's my assumption.
Okay.
My assumption is that the poison doesn't do anything until it enters the bloodstream. Things you eat don't enter your bloodstream.
Okay. Because what we're about to explain here with the water makes sense, but the hunter thing to me was still like, I don't understand how that works.
So things you eat don't enter your bloodstream, so it's just like the hunters don't have any wounds, so they can just eat it and it's fine.
I mean, they might have had some wounds, some of them might have died, but, you know, not a lot.
I mean, probably, but
no.
I assume they know that.
You meddling little...
Oh,
What?
That's Scarian!
that swan is alive! Is that legal?
Well, Ryunosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be.
Really? Me? A lawyer?
Objection! No, he can't be a lawyer. All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure.
Sorry to say, Alchi, Ryunosuke is probably a better lawyer than you right now.
Well, that's not hard.
No, but an ill-bred puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book.
Your book!
But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboy's logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish?
I mean, he is in school,
Law.
but so is she!
Yeah, I'm saying.
As even your brains have managed to deduce, curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of gastric acids. I'm just gonna say acids. I don't know what succus means.
Suckus.
Oh, yes, well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they?
Well, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk. The professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he?
Oh, for the love of God, it's so easy. Come on.
That's right!
You gotta love the first trial.
Good gracious!
We're 5 steps ahead of them already.
We're all idiots!
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be understand, no?
Oh, come on.
Rumble.
How's everyone so stupid? Order! Order in the court! Order! Logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way.
Are you trying to suggest?
Yes! The curare poison is completely irrelevant to this case on trial! That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could have said something as simple as that.
It was at this moment that she knew.
What is this welling up inside me?
Is it the need to just jump over the desk?
Yes.
Soccer in the face.
Naruto's going Super Saiyan against Frieza.
I've never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like.
Oh my god, if he went Super Saiyan, that would mean his hair would go back into the spikes. That's how Phoenix got it.
Oh my god, we just learned the secret! And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Objection!
There it is! He said the O word! And his theme is here! I don't think so, Mr. Zelbrett.
How dare you use that tone with me?
You know very well that there is no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why. Even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. I'm sorry, were you saying something?
Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the curare?
Yeah, I think it's this thing.
Yeah, hey, yo.
He said take that too! As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. No more yeses, everybody. Say goodbye to all the yeses.
Aww.
However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners.
A fatal difference?
The toxic effects of Chiari are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But... I love there was a whole text box just for but. But if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water, what if?
Right.
Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example.
Ah!
Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day.
I'm trying. Discord sometimes decides, hey, guess what? Nothing goes through. That was my third R trying to get across the mic.
Here's what you do. You say, like, you say something else and then say what you're supposed to say.
But see, in my case, if I do that, then the something else comes out.
So that's it. You use that knowledge to orchestrate this.
Is she... laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games of your half-baked arguments are also puerility.
What do you mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough.
And this is what I was worried about.
You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it.
No!
I mean, I could just slip it through my hands.
And Hosonaga did nothing to stop this.
The audacity of this bitch!
Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
No!
Okay, so we all agree
What
she's
is it?
guilty
What's
of
just
obstruction,
happened?
right?
It's the Englishwoman! She smashed the bottle!
And it is a pre-court! What a blunder!
Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from that broken bottle as possible. At once.
There's a carpet here.
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet underneath my feet was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully.
You know, that's
So we just
some...
cut up a piece of a carpet and, yeah, just examine that. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Man, if only there was some kind of glass.
You
In a
have neither
handbag
technology nor the presence of the mind to recover it.
Also, that's some funny foreshadowing about the carpet being British, being covered in poison, but you know, how could you? You won't get away with this!
You can thump that bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle, or not.
You...
And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution?
Oh, of course, of course! You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady?
That's right. And really, looking at this photograph as if it's clear as day, is it not? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So of course the only person who could have shot him in the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
No, you killed the victim that day, using her curare. And I'm pretty sure you're guilty of 1,000 other things in this courtroom. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see, you had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderfully delightful imagination you have, young man. Hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence.
Exactly! And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution stance remains unchanged.
Man, Ouchie is very calm for watching someone who literally just destroyed vital evidence.
Right?
Yeah, Ouchie,
I think
he
Ouchie's a
should be fired
scam.
from this, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, scam.
I think Ouchie's a scam. He needs to be barred from the court.
The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson Watson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest.
Wilson Watson!
Wilson Watson, he's married.
Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now, is she really gonna get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene.
Ryunosuke,
Yes?
we've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it.
Here, take my sword.
Thanks. I don't know how to use
Just stab
this.
her.
But I don't know how to use this. It's heavy. What do you mean?
We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head.
What, in my imagination now? In
Summon your persona.
my head?
Look, Ryunosuke, listen, you're already going to jail for murder, so you might as well commit an actual murder. Just kill her.
You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend on.
Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head.
So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell. Yes, including the ones in the bathroom.
Ew.
No, he wasn't in the bathroom. Calm down.
What I saw. What I felt. Hear, feel, think. Every color.
Stick your hand in the TV.
Huh. Sir. Is Kazuma right?
Yes.
Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this same scene in my head. Could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? Well, there's a big splotch of blood now, so I guess there is a clue now. Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue.
You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke?
Yep, it's definitely that blood was definitely not my imagination or
Mom.
anything.
Let's wipe the smug smile off that Englishwoman's face with some evidence.
The heck am I presenting, though? Alright, I can't wait. Wait,
Can you
what?
re-examine the photo now?
I guess I'm presenting the photo? Is that what I'm doing?
Well, no. Can you re-examine it and see if you can?
What word is niggling?
Niggling. No, I can't. It just lets me magnify it.
But if we're to go off something we heard earlier from a certain someone, maybe there's other evidence we can get.
True. It's been niggling me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. But I don't have oh, wait, do I just... okay, it's doing it for me. It's here somewhere. The clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is... I guess we'll just hold it off for the next video, because clearly we don't know. It's not staring right at us in the face or anything.
It's a complete mystery.
Yep! We're gonna figure out
We'll never
this...
know.
We'll figure out this mystery in the next video, guys! Bye-bye!